We have a heat wave in Normandy, which might or might not be the equivalent of a rather warm day where you live. But for here, we're all suffering. We don't know what to do with ourselves. And it's a bit hard to work outside. But there's still a lot of work to do. We finished the coach house almost. And that means it's time to think about the inside. I have brilliant ideas. Anna has brilliant ideas. And obviously they're completely different. So let's figure out what we can, if we can make a deal, come to a deal.
Let's do it. This is actually the first time I'm seeing it because I wasn't here at the end of the week. Wow. It's amazing. We have doors.
No lock yet, as you can see, because I ordered the system but haven't received it yet.
Wow. It looks brilliant. Okay, a little bit of cleaning up to do.
Nah.
Yeah, a little bit, but it's okay. We can do that. Okay, maybe we're gonna clean up and then maybe we can bring the tractor and lawnmower in here to figure out where we're going to put them and then where we want to put everything else.
So there's going to be two rooms. One room for all the agricultural machines and the other room more for our tools and the bikes and the bicycles and the tools to work on those things. This is going to be there because the big room is for the machines. I think we don't work on that one yet because we need to start here. And the reason a lot of people ask, why didn't you make ceiling windows? And that's because if it gets hot in the summer, that would become a sauna.
I mean, it's not a workshop. It's more of a stockage space. Because eventually this might become a yoga studio. Who knows?
You mean a boat and motorbike specific workshop?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But not quite yet. And Philip, do you want to show everyone your new tattoo?
My new tattoo? What do you mean?
Yeah. Look, show us your leg and your arm.
Oh, 538. Number of the beast.
Show us that arm.
Look at that arm. 538. I did my first marathon.
No, you didn't.
No, that wasn't, sorry. I did. Sounds better. I did my first triathlon.
Triathlon,
Yeah.
woo! You're an official triathlete.
Yeah, I'm official. I started training about, a year ago or so, and I got really into it, and a friend convinced me to do that, and my goal was just not to die and to arrive, and I did both. Well. I'm still alive, and I arrived, and it was pretty good.
And you're in the top 2.5%. We figured out, right?
2.5%? No, you're kidding. No, I was number 91 from about 400.
Oh no,
something.
Top 25%.
Top 2.5. Top 25%. Well, yeah, I don't know if that is.
I just missed a decimal.
Top third.
I missed a decimal point, but
yeah, exactly.
It's pretty good.
But it was really, really nice. I loved it. I loved doing it. I did it in 1 hour 25. The S.
So that's the beginning one. So that's what.
But it's not amazing.
750 meter swim, 20k.
Yeah, I was really bad at swimming, like really average in swimming, and then I was much better in cycling. I'm not so bad on cycling and running, but swimming I need to, and transitions, I can gain a couple of minutes. So if I ever do 120, that would be amazing. And it's very boring for everybody who doesn't run.
Okay, right, let's get going.
Ziggy, are you hot? Well, look at this. It is now officially the cleanest this room has ever been. What have you been doing, Anna?
Just tidying up all the little bits of wood that were trimmed off.
Yeah.
Just tidying up the outside a little bit.
And I think this just looks like another
Tip Trip time lapse.
And we're finishing the doors today because, as you can see, they're still missing the vertical lats here. Bonjour Benoît, c'est tes derniers gestes?
Ouais. On est dans les finitions.
On est dans les finitions, les derniers moments.
Finitions.
And look at this. Benoît and Antoine cut each of these lats. I'm saying lats, I'm not even sure if they're called lats, but in German it's Latin. Cut them, put them there, and look how they fit perfectly. That looks so elegant.
T'as la pince, c'est prêt?
Voilà, t'es tout rouge. Et je veux pas dire tes cheveux.
Je me suis pas fait teinter, et là je me suis pas teinté. Il fait très chaud.
Oui, on n'a pas l'habitude dans le Normandie.
Non, elle est 35 comme ça, 39. Aujourd'hui c'est 39. Mais il fait chaud mon lapin.
I think this is the most beautiful barrel house you've ever seen. I mean, look at this. This is just beautiful. I love this. I love how it is. Everything of it. Really, really pleased. Bravo Benoît.
Non, bravo tous les trois.
C'est les plus beaux garages de la Normandie. I ordered the key systems, like the lock mechanism, which I need to install before we can put all our precious machinery in there. Because there's millions and millions of euros of machinery that will come in here. Look at this beautiful detail here. So the grains are matching. That's a little detail that.
If you've been following this channel for a while, you'll know that I don't like wearing heavy makeup and I have quite a simple approach to skincare. I like things that feel natural and effortless. And so I thought I would let you in on my little skincare secret, which is this brand called Typology. It's a French skincare brand. I absolutely love it and I use it daily, as well as a lot of my friends. So thanks to Typology for being this week's ad. First up, I really love using this tinted serum, and it has vitamin C and aloe vera and squalene in it. It gives a really nice lightweight coverage, just makes smooth things out a bit without it being foundation. What I love is that it is skincare, so I'm wearing it during the day, but it's also taking care of my skin at the same time. The next product I really love is the concealer, and I put this on just under my eyes, and it's really good because it has caffeine and niacinamide in it, and that works really well on reducing dark circles instantly and puffiness, but it also keeps working over time. And the last step is the tinted lip oil, and I love this color powder pink, and it has vitamin E, squalane and jojoba oil in it, so it's really nourishing whilst also looking really pretty because it has a really subtle tint. And I just put it on like this. Typology is vegan and cruelty-free, and it's all formulated and manufactured in France. So click the link in the description to get a free lip care set with peeling and repairing mask with a purchase of $50 or more. It's great value because you're going to receive 2 products for free, but hurry because this offer is only going to last a week. You've probably heard on the news, but in the north of France, we have been experiencing quite a heat wave this week. It's been so hot, but finally it is cooling down a little bit. So this week I'm going to be making some elderflower cordial. I love to do this every late spring, early summertime. We have so many elderflowers all over the property, and it's one of my absolute favorite things to drink at this time of year. And then I've got an idea for a new recipe that I want to try. I couldn't help but stop and just show you the roses, because this year they are looking so beautiful here by the well. I think it's the first year where they look so good. We need to tie them up a bit because they're hanging down, and these ones smell amazing. Yeah, it's just so nice when you see things that you've planted like 6-7 years ago starting to really settle in, and I love this time of year. I also spotted something else in the garden that was a complete surprise, and we've never seen it before, and we don't know why all of a sudden it's appeared this year, but I'm going to show you. I'm very excited about it. So I don't know if you can see because it's very sunny, but here we have some kind of wild lily that I've never seen before, and they're everywhere here. And then this incredible orange colour, which obviously Philip loves. Yeah, it's strange. Maybe it's because we cleared a bit this area last winter. We did not plant them, so they've always been here, and for some reason this year they've come up, which is incredible. So I foraged my elderflowers. Actually, it's almost over. There was quite a few that had gone brown, but I have just enough to make about 1 litre. So you need 20 heads of elderflower. Make sure that you do check that it's elderflower if you're going to have a go at this recipe, because we don't want to poison anyone out there. And the main thing to do is not wash them, because we want to keep all the pollen and the flavour on the flower, but there are sometimes insects on them. So what I tend to do is I just kind of check them over, and I just gently shake them out to get rid of any bugs. I'm filling up my pot with 1 litre of water, which doesn't seem very much. I've probably got enough. I need 40 stems, and then I can get 2 litres out of it. Because 1 litre is going to be drunk very fast. Poor Ziggy. He's too hot for you, huh? My water's finished boiling, so now I am going to add my sugar. And I don't know how many of you have ever seen this, but I find it quite funny. But in France, the brand is called Daddy. So I'm going to add my sugar daddy. Because I've got 2 litres of water, I'm adding 2 litres of sugar, which is a lot of sugar. Just going to add in a bit of this citric acid. Normally you should do 50, but I only have 30, and I think that's fine.
I was planning to move in with all our gear and equipment into the garage, into the barrel house, but it's Thursday and I figured out I can't do it. There's 2 important events and I need to prepare for those. Event number 1, it's our open door days and our patron meetup, and that's the day after tomorrow, Saturday. Tomorrow, another important event, my birthday. Yes, it's my birthday, and it's not any birthday, it's a very important birthday. 30, no, not 30, that's kind of you, but it's not 30, it's impossible because my wife turned 40 last year and I'm 9 years older. Anna just asked me what I want for my birthday and I said, darling, what I really want for my birthday is spending time with you and the children. What else should a man of my age wish for his life? Honestly. So, preparing for these events, and if we have guests, and that's the rule in this house, and you know it if you're a follower of this channel, we always want to look perfect, and the most important thing for me is to trim the round plants here. I'm not going to make the cheap joke again, it's not age appropriate anymore. So I'm going to shave those, and because of this incredible weather, shaving has never been as hot as today on this channel. I hope you enjoy it. One thing that's amazing when you're getting older, you get smarter. It's even true for me. I use this tablecloth. I know it's Anna's favorite one, and I understand why now, because it's big and useful. Look, I think you know what I'm doing here. I'm trying not to have to lift up all these branches, and the thing is they are full of zap, so when you touch them you get all sticky. It's gonna be perfect. It's lovely to see how the balls grow every year bigger. Before, at the beginning, I was always a little bit embarrassed. I thought I have small balls, but that is just a matter of time. If that's reassuring to you, if you have balls as well. Little corrections here and there. Nicely trimmed round plants. I'm not going to say the word, but there's more. And this one is particularly heavy. Now look at this, how practical it is. I'm even weeding, and I put everything I find in here, sand, whatever, and then now wait for the surprise. I put everything in here, and you take it away, like look at that. And there's only a little mess. Instead of big mess, you have little mess. Isn't it genius? So if your partner also has a favorite tablecloth or something, just use it, try it. Free tips. Sorry, this one really looks ridiculous. It's really time to shave it. Ta-da! Bowls are sorted. Now I feel ready to host.
As you know, we're preparing for our patron meetup tomorrow. One of my favorite recipes is my mum's lemon drizzle cake. It's a bit of an infamous recipe in our family, but I thought I would do a little twist on it and add, instead of the lemon drizzle syrup on the end, I'm gonna do an elderflower syrup. So it's a bit of an experiment, but I don't think our patrons will mind being guinea pigs. So all I'm gonna do, melt my butter, and then add in my sugar, mix it together. Add in my eggs, flour. Now I'm just going to grate in the rind of a lemon to give it a little bit of that yummy, zesty flavour. Bit of lemon zest, and then put it in the oven, and then we'll just add the syrup at the end.
Did I mention that it's so hot today? Anyways, now to find out how to arrange the interior of the barrel house, I need to put in all the machines first, the big machines, and then whatever space is left, and however we organize them inside, we can decide upon shelves and whatnot. The idea is, of course, to be as easy as possible to use, which means to be able to go in and out quickly. I don't want to have to park and maneuver this in the corner to get the other machines in. So we are always able to get the machines out if we need the lawnmower, or this if we need this. We also have another favorite of mine, the Ferrari red shredder. You haven't seen it for a while. You're going to see this winter because we have a lot of woodwork to do. I just want to show you how nice it sounds and why I call it Ferrari. It's not only for the color. Listen to that. Not bad, huh? And last but not least, and unfortunately very low on the sexy scale, is this, well, handheld lawnmower. But it's useful. We need it every day. We need it almost to do the borders where the big machine can't go. Where do you want to be? The next one is this rotary tool, I think it's called, which belongs to our garden, because we use it quite often here. So it can go in a corner though. Fills up quickly, doesn't it? And then all sorts of trimmers. We have at least 3 of those. They need to live somewhere. And then of course there's all the little garden tools like the scissors, the shovels, spades. And I need to come up with a system to store this in a nice and clean way so that we can all work here and be happy and not a mess as we had it now. So I don't know what to do. I know what I also need is a sort of shelf, because often you need to repair the machines. Maybe here, because we have a lot of space, we could make really high shelves, and we have ladders here anyway, so we can store things all up to the ceiling. And on this side, a workbench, and maybe more shelves. I don't know how many shelves we need. Maybe I should bring in the ladders. But it's so hot today, it's really painful to stand here and work like 40 degrees and carrying these things around. I don't know if I should just call it a day. Should I call it a day? Let's call it a day.
My cake is finished baking, and now I'm just going to add the elderflower cordial. I'm going to warm it up a little bit, so I need 4 tablespoons. So I've just warmed up the elderflower cordial and I'm just gonna spoon that over all my cake. I used a little toothpick to make some holes as well so that the cordial syrup will go all into the cake.
I got a birthday gift from Benoit. Look at that.
Oh, mais Benoît, c'est génial.
And not only it's really pretty object, it's also the wood, which is the cladding of the barrel house. So it's just, he sanded it and he put it through a machine to make it all nice and smooth.
Mais c'est génial.
And now look at that.
Aujourd'hui, il a quand même 50 ans, le même âge que moi.
C'est pas sur la chaîne, on dit pas.
Moi, c'est du temps que tu as 50 ans?
Non, tu n'as pas le droit de faire de YouTube si tu as plus que 50 ans, c'est pour ça qu'on ne peut pas dire.
Ah ouais, mais t'as 50 ans, t'as pas plus.
Ah, c'est uniquement si tu as plus.
Oui.
Ah, d'accord, donc ça va encore cette année.
Donc là, c'est bon, t'es arrivé au même âge que moi.
When the first patrons arrived, we started with a little tour of the chateau, and then we just got talking. Everyone shared their stories, where they had come from, how they had found us, and what the chateau meant to them. Honestly, we almost forgot to film because it was so lovely. It reminded us why we love our patrons so much. It's become a real little community of people who genuinely care about the chateau, about old buildings, and about the journey we are on. And if you like to be part of it, join our live Q&As, behind the scenes updates, and events like this, you can find us over on Patreon. The link is down in the description. So the patrons have left. It was a wonderful afternoon with them. Some of them come back because there's a second event tonight, and that's the traditional open door for the village and for the neighbors. And we organized it together with the Marie, and today we have two special guests. Our first special guest was Amandine Steck, who creates and restores stained glass windows. She repaired two of the windows in the church next door, a project made possible, among others, by many of you who donated to the church renovation. She shared her beautiful craft with everyone, and we hope one day to visit her and film her in her workshop. That's our second special guest. Some of you might have seen it, but have you seen his new glasses? Look what he made. He made basically a model of what we're gonna do in the longhouse, more or less. So, and this is even real oak. It's the same wood that we will use. So oak for the oak frame, and pine for the roof beams. A huge thank you again to all the patrons who made the journey to our chateau, and to all our neighbors who were so kind to come and visit us. And to everyone watching from afar who couldn't join us this year, thank you for being here. We'll see you very soon.